So we need to expand these brackets. It's called binomial expansion. It's got a lot of applications in higher level maths, but it's also good to help you with your basic number skills. So here we have two brackets. There's nothing in between, so we know that there's this times here. So in order to multiply and expand these brackets, everything in this bracket is going to be multiplied by everything in this one. So x is going to be times by that x, and then we're going to say x times this 2, and then we're going to do the same with the 5. And so 5 is going to times by that x, and 5 is going to times by that 2. So let's do that. We know that x times x, that becomes x squared. We don't want to write x times x, it's too much effort. And then over here, we're doing this loop now, x times 2, so we're multiplying there, right? And we don't want to write x times 2, we just write that is 2x. Now we're going underneath, 5 times x, that's 5x. And 5 times 2 is 10. Once you've multiplied everything out, we now have to look for like terms. There's only one x squared, there's no other x squareds. However, here we've got a 2x and we've got another 5x. So 2x's plus another 5x gives me 7x. And the plus 10 just sits there. And that's that question done. Where it gets a little bit harder is when we introduce some negative numbers. But we do the same process. So once again, we're going to say it's x times x. So that's x squared. The next thing we do is go x times 10. Now this is a positive x and it's a positive 10 there, so we say that's plus 10x. Things change a little bit when we go underneath, because this time it's minus 3 times positive x. Now a negative times a positive is a negative, and 3 times x is 3x. Last but not least, we go minus 3 times 10. Once again, we've got a minus times a positive, so that gives me a minus answer. Remember, different sign, negative, same sign, positive. 3 times 10 is 30. It is now time to gather your like terms. We look, there's only one x squared here, so we pop x squared. We're looking here, what's 10x take 3x? So 10 take 3 is 7, and we've got our minus 30, and that's done. The hardest bit is going to be working with your gathering your negative like terms. So we'll do another one where the negatives are a little bit different. Okay, so let's try this one now. Once again, the same process is in play. We're going to times x by x. That gives me x squared. Then we're going to times x by, now this is a positive x, this is a negative 2x. So a positive times a negative, we get minus 2x. Now underneath, again, look at the sign in front. It's minus 4 times positive x. So a negative times a positive is a negative. And 4 times x is 4x. And then last but not least, it's minus 4 times minus 2. Minus times a minus is a plus, and 4 times 2 is 8. So you've got to concentrate while you do these, because sometimes, you might accidentally add the 4 and 2 instead of multiplying. And now we have to gather our like terms. So we go x squared, and we're looking at minus 2x, take 4x. Those are our like terms because they've both got the plain x's there. What's minus 2 take 4? And this is where you need to use your calculator if you're a little bit dodgy with your negative numbers. So you give away 2, and then you give away another 4. So that's minus 6x. And then we've got the plus 8. Okay, hopefully you've got it at this point. And you can go back to the exercises and try and do. I'll do some of the exercises they've asked you to do for homework in a minute. Well, actually, I'll do it in another video, I guess. I'll just do one more. What happens if we have, how about x take 5 and x plus 5? Okay, So again, we're going to go x times x squared. X times 5 is plus 5. Again, why is it plus 5 and not take? Because I look in front, that's a positive x. I look in front of 5, and that's a positive 5. Now I'm going to do the underneath. This time it's negative 5 times positive. So a negative times a positive is a negative. We get 5x. And we do the last one here. So a negative times a positive again is a minus. 5 5s are 25. So we've got x squared. Now we're gathering our like terms. What is 5x take 5x? So if you're unsure, but 5 take 5 is 0, so I don't write 0x, I just write nothing. And that becomes minus 25. Okay, so hopefully that helps. You are working on exercise 5C, and we're doing question 1 all the way, I think, to question 6, but you know, you're doing every second one or just the left-hand column, depending on how confident you are. So if you're stuck, let's have a look at some of the ones that I've asked you to do. Okay, so we'll just pick, maybe you might have got stuck, we'll just do J, and we'll do M, okay. So what we're going to do here, once again, is we're going to, I'm going to write that a little bit bigger actually, sorry about that. We're going to go, J will be x take 9, and x plus 2, so we're expanding. And the more confident and the more that you do this, you probably won't have to put these loops in if you don't want to. So we're going to go x times x, that gives me x squared. We're going to follow this loop here. Right, so x times 2, it's a positive x and it's a positive 2, so it's plus 2x, 2 times x. This time it's minus 9 times x, so it's minus 9x. And the last one is minus 9 times 2. Now a negative times a positive is a negative, and 9 2s are 18. It's time to gather like terms. There's only one x squared, so I pop x squared. 2x take 9x, so 2 take 9 is minus 7. And you pop the x there, minus 18. Okay, again, for those out there who are a little bit unsure about 2 take 9, use your calculator or a number line. Onward, we've got x take 4, x minus 3. So we're going to expand. We're going to go x times x squared. This is x times, and look in front, minus 3. So we just say that's minus 3x. Now we're going to times everything in this bracket by the negative 4. Negative 4 times x is negative 4x. And the last one that we do is minus 4 times minus 3. Now a negative times a negative is a positive. 4 3s, 12. Gather our like terms. We've got x squared. Now minus 3x take 4x. Those are your like terms. What's minus 3 take 4? I give you 3, I give you another 4. It's minus 7x. If you thought that was anything else, that's telling you please check these on your calculator. So you just pop in minus 3, take 4, and you get minus 7. Okay? So good luck. Please let me know if you need help with any of the other questions. But try and carry on with question 1, 2, right? They're showing you here that the squared, you just write it times it by itself. That's what squaring means. And then you do the expansion as per we just did before. Okay? And same with question 3. So please try all the way as far as you can, half an hour. That would be fantastic.